This is the Amazon exclusive WWE Ultimate Edition PLE Royal Rumble Shawn Michaels figure. Now that's a lot, man, and I don't call them PLEs. I call them damn pay-per-views. They're going to be pay-per-views forever. I'm not calling them PLEs. I'm not calling them premium live events. I won't do it. But this figure does look pretty good, man. I'm excited for this. Shawn Michaels has quite a collection of Ultimate Editions, and today we're going to be diving into this. One thing that is cool about this figure right off rip is that it has a black and white box to kind of signify what it is, and this is kind of an Amazon thing, which is kind of crazy. I'm actually shocked they haven't put Amazon on the box, to be honest with you, unless I just didn't know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, there's no Amazon logo, but this figure has a lot going on with it. It is different from the standard red and white packaging or the white and red packaging we have seen, but you can see Shawn Michaels, says Shawn Michaels across the top. Very excited for this figure for a few different reasons. These new sculpted boots specifically, but this figure looks incredible. You got a handsome shot of Shawn right there from the 95 Royal Rumble. Got Shawn right there from the iconic moment. Got Shawn right there. Dude, this is excellent. Just excellent. Can't wait to get Shawn Michaels out of the packaging. But again, this is Amazon exclusive, man. So if you're wanting this figure, you want to get your hands on this figure, only way you can do so is over there on Amazon. But we're going to crack Shawn Michaels out of the packaging, find out what this figure is all about, and get into this Ultimate Edition Amazon exclusive. So here is the Heartbreak Kid out of the packaging, and my goodness, I am really enjoying this figure. I'm enjoying this figure, man. I think that it is really damn good so far. We're going to get into the meat and potatoes of it, though, man. You know, you never know. You never know until you really know, you know? I know that. So let's get into these accessories, and then we'll get into the Heartbreak Kid. So here's the accessories you get with Shawn Michaels, man. Starting out, I think with probably the best part of the accessories is going to be the entrance vest and the entrance chaps with the hat here. And this zebra print is very well put on. I think that it looks really, really good. If I can get the shish to focus, I don't know what's going on there. But you can see here, kind of like we've seen in the past, where it's some cloth goods connected by some rubber material here that's stitched together that I think works really well. Now, if this were a loose chain all across there, that would be insane. I don't know if they could make that happen, but I think it works well that it does have this, because it provides a little bit of stability, if you get what I'm saying, but it also fits the figure very well. You'll see it again when we do some photography and stuff, but I really like this entrance vest. I love this zebra pattern, as we know, one of the themes of the channel, honestly, but the white and black is very clean. There's nothing on the back, but I really dig this vest. And then we also have the chaps that are very synonymous with Shawn Michaels as well. You get that same black and white, and then you do get kind of these buckles that are on there. They are printed on. There's no material or sculpt on these, but it's just like the classic versions where you'll take it, and there's a piece of Velcro where you can wrap it around his waist and then push his legs through here, and then you will have the entrance chaps, which I think look really good as well. I like these though, but I think they fit the attire that he's wearing very, very well, and I think that's kind of what makes these accessories really nice. So I dig these chaps. The chaps and entrance vests are iconic. I think they look really good. And then to complete the look, you got to have the hat. So you can see the cross there. You also have these little buckles or these little circle deals here, and then you have the same zebra print on there. Black and white looks good and everything. I have found though, if you take the head sculpts right here and then you push the hat on, you do have to push it down pretty good here. So I'm going to line it up nice, and then you can shove it down on there, and there you go. You get that kind of Shawn Michaels look. I kind of like how the shadow kind of hides his face. A little mysterious fella, but yeah, it doesn't stay on the greatest. It's not that it falls off. It just kind of pushes back against you a little bit, so if you'll get it on there, it will stay, but then slowly, I don't know, you gotta firmly grasp it, you know what I mean? You gotta push it on there, but it looks pretty good. It's a little big, maybe. Not bad, though. I like it. I think that it works well. It really, I don't know, that really shows off the likeness of Shawn Michaels too when you cover up that forehead a little bit. I like the hat though. It really completes the look. But then we do have the head sculpts. Now, these head sculpts are not bad, but we've pretty much seen this story before. We do have a new kissy face over here, which is pretty good likeness. I like that, but we'll get into this one first. We've seen this same damn head on every Ultimate Shawn. They just give us new hair every time, and I'll showcase that when we get into the comparison, but it's the same facial expression, sculpt, and everything, which is hilarious. But he does have these loose earrings that come down right here, and they do pop off, but they stay on there pretty good, man. There's also a little port right there. You can see it kind of got messy right there, but I don't know, man. It's pretty difficult here. I low-key wish they would have just attached them. I don't even know how the hell. I think you can just kind of clip it right there. Oh, man, that sucks. I can't get it back on there, but they look really good on the figure. You just got to clasp it back, but look, I'm kind of slightly pulling on it, and it's not coming off, so I don't know. That's interesting. I still like the head sculpt. I just wish we could get some more expressions, but then if we go to the Kissy head sculpt, I don't like the way I said that, but you can see there, got the earring almost falling off again, but you see it clips to the earlobe a little bit right there. If I can hold it just right, place it on there. So it's a little, there's a peg that plugs in behind the ear, and then this part clips in the front of the ear, but the likeness on this Kiss head sculpt is pretty good. I like the shade on the lips and the eyelids and the eyebrows. Looks really, really good. Very nice. I don't know. I like the way that looks, and I like the way that the the earrings fall down, looks pretty good, and the hair sculpt is pretty nice as well. So I don't hate this. This is not bad little Shawn Michaels head sculpt right here. What is this, like the third or fourth Kiss face we've had? Interesting. Then for interchangeable hands, you do get some mic holding hands right here, and it is black wrist tape, but on the right hand, you'll notice that he does have a heart with a TK on it. Now, I have seen a few different conflicting reports on the TK, but from what I've gathered, I do believe that this is supposed to be for his girlfriend at the time, and her name was Themis Chlorides, or Chloride, something like that, and she was a Raw ring girl at the time. I think she's a politician now, I'm not entirely sure, but at first, which is so stupid, is when I was investigating it, it told me about a guy named Tony Kreutz or something like that. I was like, I don't know if that's true, but I think it is the Themis story. If anybody has any ideas on that, you can let me know, but there's a TK, you got the heart, and then you have the wide open hands right here as well. So you're getting fist, open hands, and then you have the entrance style hands, but yeah, you get that heart right there, and yeah, little information for you there. So getting into Shawn Michaels at the top of the head sculpt, man, again, this is the same head sculpt with different hair that we have seen, and again, I'm going to show it how insane that it is, but getting into it here, I like the way that it sits on the neck. I do like the way that this head sculpt looks for the most part. I think that you got some good stuff going on here. Dig the earrings, even though mine came unported, I did get it back in there just with a little finessing. You can get it back in there, but it's not bad likeness. I just want to see something new here. We do have a new torso going on for Shawn, which I do like. I think that the Seth Rollins torso, the Ultimate torso, could have also worked for him, but I don't mind this torso. I think it works. It's kind of neutral. Got the stomach and chest hair, which I appreciate. Nice tattoo on there with these shoulders and the standard arms that we've come to know from a lot of different characters. You have the black wrist tape with the black hand tape in there. Got a little black nick on the back of the arm right there. Heartbreak Kid in the white and black, which looks pretty clean. All the deco looks nice. And then, standard tights. You got these zebra print hearts on there, all broken hearted, looking pretty good. It's kind of the iconic Shawn Michaels gear. That was kind of the staple, and then he just changed the colors. But the white knee pads look good. And then we have probably the highlight of the entire figure is these brand new sculpted boots. Now, they have given this man kick pads for years and years and years and years, and he never wore kick pads, man. He never wore kick pads. This wasn't a thing. He would wear dirt bike boots. He would wear the strapped boots with long pants, different things like that, but they've always given him the kick pads. But now we have these almost one-of-one sculpt, man. These look just like the dirt bike boots from back in the day. I mean, just like them. The O'Neal dirt bike boots, they have the pads sculpted in there, the white straps. Everything here looks very clean. I love this new sculpt, man. These look incredible. They did a great job on them. Very symmetrical, very clean. Outstanding job on these, and you even have some silver details on the back and front. But these boots are very, very nice. I love the way that they look. They did a great job on those. Probably my favorite part of the entire figure, to be honest with you. Now, as far as articulation, he can look down a little, not really up because of the hair, of course. Get a little bit of head shifting right there. You get the full 360 up here in the upper diaphragm, which isn't bad right there. You can lean back pretty far. Decent forward ab pinch right there, but no lower, of course, because it's kind of stuck right there. And there may be a way you can actually get this ab crunch deeper, which I may look into on an episode of surgery one day. But you get some shifting here. You are getting the butterfly joints, which are pretty decent right there. Shoulders can go all the way back here. You're getting the full rotation. You get bicep cut, pinless double jointed arms. You're going to get the hinge and swivel as always. You do have drop down hips. Now, I have noticed that this figure is a little weird on the drop down hips. Kind of reminds me of the Cody Rhodes, where it will get stuck, but if you keep finagling it, you can get it up. I just want you to be careful when you're putting it back in place. But you do get the drop down hips, the upper thigh cut. The knees are a little stiff, but you do get the double jointed knee right there that is pinless. But yeah, it doesn't go back up as much as I'd like. It kind of just gets like kind of stuck right there. I guess it's not bad, but you get the drop down over here as well. And again, he will kick forward. You just got to get it in the right spot, and he will kick out forward. He can also kick out to the side for those sweet chin musicals that you want to perform. You got the upper thigh cut like we talked about. You get the boot cut. The ankles go up and down, and he has a magnificent ankle pivot. And then he does have the little toe hinge right there, which is also great. But this figure does pose pretty damn well. I'm excited to get in here and get some photography done with him. But I do want to get into these comparisons so you can see all the Shawn Michaels up next to each other, because we do have 5 Ultimate Edition Shawns. So for your Shawn Michaels figure comparison, here is every Ultimate Edition Shawn Michaels we have seen so far from Mattel. And from left to right, you have the Series 4 Shawn Michaels here. figure, which was our first one. You have the Fan Takeover Amazon exclusive, voted on Shawn Michaels Ultimate, the brand new PLE Amazon exclusive Royal Rumble edition. You have the San Diego Comic-Con 2024 edition, and then you do have the Target exclusive Legends DX Shawn Michaels over there. And look at all their heads, man. Look at all their heads. All the exact same facial expression, just different haircuts for different time periods of Shawn Michaels' career. Isn't that hilarious? It's absolutely hilarious. Not that they're bad or whatever, and if I had to rank these, oh, this one would probably be pretty tough to rank, I think. But, ooh, can I rank these from worst to best? Very close, because I actually like this figure. I know a lot of people don't like this figure. I think these are my two favorites. The newest one's probably my favorite, like the boot detail and stuff, but I love this attire, and I loved that figure at the time. It was one of the top Ultimates of that particular year. This one I don't like because I felt like the torso is a little too skinny, and he doesn't have butterfly joints. And this one gets a lot of hate, but I like this one. I just don't really like the torso. And this one, and this one all share the same torso. I think if all of these were re-released with this torso, like if this one, and this one were released with that torso, hell, you could even include this one with this torso. You'd have a lot of cooking there, but I'd probably put them in this order, I think. Now, this isn't final here. This is just what I'm thinking. I think I would put it like this. I think, again, that could change, but this one could be at the bottom. I don't know. I like this version of Shawn Michaels. I know a lot of people didn't like this version, but I liked him. I also like the accessories and different gears going on. I don't know. Nonetheless, man, that's all your Shawn Michaels Ultimates. Isn't it crazy about the head sculpts? It's just crazy. At the end of the day, man, that wraps up this WWE Ultimate Edition review of the Amazon exclusive PLE Royal Rumble action figure of Shawn Michaels. And at the end of the day, I like this figure. I do enjoy this figure. I think that it's got some good stuff going on. Really wish we could get some new heads. I know we got the kissing face, okay? I don't mind the kissing face. I think we need some newly sculpted faces. They keep rehashing the same faces over and over again, as I showed you before. It's the same face, just with different hair, which I like that they can get the most out of that mold, and, you know, they can stretch it out as far as possible. But at the same time, I'd like to see some new ones. Not that these are bad necessarily. It's just, you know, it'd be nice to see some newness here and there in the line. But I do like this torso for Shawn Michaels. I think overall the build of the figure is nice. Everything going on there. Legs are a little stiff and not as articulated or smooth as I'd like. But the moment's grand. The accessories are nice. The earrings are a nice detail. And I adore the boots. The boots are beautiful. Great job by Magic and the design team of sculpting those in there and giving us that unique mold. Legitimately, if you just put a damn decal, the O'Neal logo, you have perfect, I mean, it looks like those boots, which is just insane. They did such a good job. I love this attire, love the accessories. Overall, I just love this. I love it, man. I think that this is a fantastic figure overall, and I could see this being one of the top Ultimates of the year at the end of the year. It's that damn good. I think that they have really outdone themselves with this one, and I think it potentially could be a top 10 Ultimate of the year for 2026, so we'll see, of course, how that unfolds, but that is pretty much going to wrap it up for me, man. I hope you guys did enjoy. I'd love to know your thoughts on this Shawn Michaels. This is his 5th Ultimate Edition, which is pretty crazy, but it's the truth. He has 5 Ultimate Editions, and I think this figure is pretty damn good, man. So go over to Amazon, pick it up if you want. It may be on back order, I'm not entirely sure, but I had a lot of fun with this one, and I hope you guys do too. I think this is a good formula for Shawn Michaels, and honestly, they probably could have even went with the Seth Rollins torso, honestly, to give him a little bit more ripped up, or give him a little bit more physique or whatever. I think they could have gone that, but I don't mind this. I think this is nice, and I like this figure, but that's pretty much going to wrap it up for me, man. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys later.